This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain shocking revelations, violence, and sexual themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the alien role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is called Destroyer of Worlds. It was written by Andrew E.C. Gaska, and it's available from Free League Publishing. Our game AI is Tyler Hudak, and this is episode 5. Our recap will be given by Alex Sun as his character, PFC Spears. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Alex?
Thank you, Tom. This is Private First Class Cliff Spears. This may be my final log. Everything has gone foobar. Ariarcus is at war and entirely occupied by the UPP's killer androids. After we cleaned up at the UPP hideout, we were ordered by command to head back to Fort Nebraska, only to find that there's not much of a base to go back to. Our squad made our way through the sewers, avoiding most of the battle and conflict above. We did get into a skirmish with some UPP androids. Logan got shot. He's okay. He'll walk it off. He's a tough SOB. Mason is getting on my nerves. We managed to collapse the tunnels to our rear and get away. Exiting the tunnels, we did a survey from the top of a rooftop. It looks real bad, real bad. Space elevator is shot. Apollo is offline. Fort Nebraska seems lost. A big fuck-off EMP went off. And to make things worse, there's a massive thing in the sky, and something tells me that it's only going to rain death and pain. We just have our weapons and a dream. I can't die now. I just had a bug removed from my chest. Captain's right. Someone's got to pay. This is going to be for Hammer, for the Marines. Spears signing off.
All right, so I believe when we left off, you were all in a set of buildings or right outside a set of buildings just to the south of Wildcatter Park, where you had found a number of tractors, which you had set off one to try to cause a distraction so you could make your way to Fort Nebraska. That's when you saw the large ship of unknown origin moving through the clouds. You couldn't make out its exact size or who it was, but it stopped about 4 kilometers northeast of you. And that's when you started to see the black rain start to emerge from the ship, raining down on the area 4 kilometers northeast of you. And that's where we begin. And as we start back up, you feel the winds shift. The snow around you starts to swirl as the wind shifts in your direction, and you can slowly see this black wall of liquid slowly moving towards you. If you've ever seen like a rain front coming towards you, that's kind of what it looks like. As you all are standing there in front of the buildings, seeing all this happen, the tractor that you had started and had started to move has shut down due to the EMP blast that went off shortly before. You look down at your guns and realize that they are not functioning at the moment due to the EMP blast, but you hear some noise coming from the park, and looking out about halfway through the park, you see roughly a dozen UPP soldiers heading your way, shouting, pointing towards you as gunfire starts to erupt from their weapons towards you.
Cap, we got to get in this fucking tractor and get the fuck out right now, please.
Yeah, we need to we shelter now. Shelter now. Our tractors like basically sealed. Like, are they, can you button up inside of one?
You can close them up, but they're not like sealed like an APC is.
Okay.
But it's still better than nothing.
Could I toss a smoke grenade to limit their line of sight?
Sure, absolutely.
Great idea, Spears.
Smoke out.
Unless there's a better structure nearby, then yeah, it's going to be the tractor for us, I think.
I mean, we'll drive it into another structure as long as it gets us out of here right now.
Yeah, let's go, everyone, now.
So you could all make your way. So there are several tractors there. Are you going to go to the one that you had set up before, or just the closest one?
I figured the one that we set up before was running when the big fuck off EMP went off, so it may be fried. So gonna start up with one of the ones from scratch and then try and drive it out.
Okay. We'll say that there's one like maybe 100 yards away from where you are at, and of course that's towards the UPP soldiers.
Right.
But you are all able to make it there, quickly, with bullets flying all over around you, the UPP soldiers, and you notice that they're human soldiers; they're not androids, coming towards you. They've closed like half the distance to you. You all get into the tractor, and you can all fit in there. It's pretty cramped quarters, but you can all actually fit in there. Somebody is going to need to make a Comtech roll to get it running.
Tap, get it running. Let's go.
Comtech or heavy machinery? I'll let you choose which one.
I'm doing any covering fire if need be.
Yeah, whoever is nearest to the door or window, I'm going to hand them one of the frag grenades that we just lifted off of the dead UPP grunts to chuck out at them. I don't have any heavy machinery or Comtech, so I can roll.
do it.
I've got heavy machinery.
Okay.
Do our pistols still work? Like those? Is it basically just the
pistols? Service pistols will work.
Okay.
The smart gun the pulse rifle, smart gun, and grenade launcher, because it's attached to the pulse rifle, will need Comtech rolls in order to get it working. We'll get them working again.
Okay, I did roll one success for the heavy machinery.
Okay. Who is Logan? Who are you handing the grenade to kind of chuck at the UPP soldiers?
Well, if Spears is fixing it, I don't fucking trust Mason, so I'm going to hand it to Captain Silva.
Yeah.
All right. Spears, you're kind of working on this. It sounded like Chaplin was going to assist as well. So the both of you are trying to get this thing up and running. You're frantically, trying to hotwire it, do whatever is needed in order to get it going. Logan, you hand Silva the grenade. Silva, you kind of lean out the tractor in order to kind of get line of sight on the soldiers. Throw the grenade, but as you do, you notice that the wall of this black, it almost looks oily in the ambient light that you have, is going over the UPP soldiers as you throw the grenade.
At that point, I'm getting back in, button up, and trying. I know we can't really, but best we can, like take off clothes, trying to create a seal around like hatches and windows, and doing this.
You everybody, the windows rolling up, shutting everything you can, stuffing cloth or whatever into any of the vents that you can. As you do that, you hear the explosion from the grenade go off. You can all kind of see through the windows this wall of the black, oily rain wash over where the UPP soldiers are, and then going onto the tractor. The windshield starts seeing the droplets of this black, oily rain as it oozes down the windshield. Looking back at the UPP soldiers, you see that they have started to, basically scramble for cover. They realize that whatever this is not natural. It's not part of Ariarcus. They're scrambling for cover, climbing over each other, some of them falling to their knees as they're shrieking. And you can see, even from this distance, they're about 200 yards away from you, that the black spiderweb veins has started to go across their flesh. They're writhing in the snow that's on the ground, that's slowly turning black from this. and it almost looks like their skin and skulls are pulsing and their limbs are stretching as they fall to the ground screaming. With this, everybody takes a point of stress. The tractor starts up. You hear the roar of the engine, and you can go where you'd like.
Holy fuck.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Get us out of here now. Get us out of here now.
Yeah. Go northeast. We'll be moving against the way the rain is coming.
Well,
I don't want to do that just because
we'll be
Mason
moving
said
into
it.
the rain.
I know. That's why I said it. Wait, northeast is moving into the rain, but if it's coming this way, maybe we'll.
So yeah, I think just gut reflex. I'm just going to be driving away from this sort of storm front as fast as we can to get out of the rain. Or if it looks like we're close enough to the base, I will drive this tractor straight into a building to get us some more cover, because I don't like this. We're basically at the mercy of some shitty crank windows right now.
Okay, so. Northeast is where Fort Nebraska is. Northeast is also where the rain originated from, but it's all over. It is blanketing the area now. There's really nowhere you can go to get out of it easily with the way that it was moving with the wind. So you can really go any direction that you want, but unless you find cover, you're not going to be out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drive into a building.
So yeah, in that case, if there's a building that we can see like large sort of hangar doors or something like that I could drive the tractor through without risking breaking the windshield, because I don't want to drive through a brick wall. But yeah, trying to get into some more firm cover.
Okay. So you start driving around on the roads, just trying to, find anything like that. It takes a little bit, but you do find what looks like a building that it looked like it was possibly a warehouse at one point. That it has a big garage door that's the garage door isn't open. It's been basically exploded in from the shelling that occurred. But you are able to pull into that if you'd like and gain temporary respite from this black oiliness.
If we can, just for a second, I'm leaving the engine running because I feel like we just need a moment to breathe and find out where the fuck we're actually going to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Cap, you saw that shit, right?
Yeah. We need to get the fuck out of here.
Fuck.
We need
What's
to get
the plan,
Apollo
Cap?
online. We need to get the space elevator online. I think we have to get to the fort. We have to get to the fort.
Okay, well,
Roger.
Any other time I would be arguing for sick-ass jump, but right now I cannot risk getting a crack in this windshield. Any other ideas how we can get into the base?
What do we know about the base? I think
sure. Yeah, you all have. Go on. So somebody had a question first.
Is the rain continually falling, or was it like an explosion that's rained down and then eventually it'll stop in a minute?
There was an explosion that rained down, and then you know how on like a storm front you have that really heavy burst of rain first, and then it slowly starts to taper off. That's kind of how it looks like it's going. However, you can kind of see some of these droplets. I don't want to say like floating in the air because it's not like anti-gravity or anything like that, but it's you can still see it in the air. It's still kind of raining down from where you're at within the
and it's all over the ground.
Yeah, it's all over the ground. With where you're at in the building, it kind of looks almost like a mist at the moment outside. How it's like misting or sprinkling.
Mason, don't you fucking dare turn on that AC.
No shit, Sherlock. We can't even get out of this vehicle right now. This is obviously highly contagious, whatever it is, and we don't have time. If those things are turning people that quickly, there's no argument. We can't even stop. We just have to get to the base and get through it.
Yeah, for once I agree with Mason. We don't have the time to just wait this storm out.
So you had asked about the base. So and I think last time I gave you the wrong measurements for it, but there is a perimeter wall on the outside of the base. The perimeter wall is 15 meters tall. It's kind of like a slanted kind of concrete that surrounds it. And on top of each of the on top of the wall, about every 30 meters or so, are shielded sentry guns. Additionally, the only way in and out of the only way that vehicles get in and out of the base is on the southern point of the wall is a gate that can be that's where you access the get through the wall. That's the only way to get through. The gate itself is kind of like a 4-meter high ramp style metal door. It's usually closed. In fact, you would think that, with what had happened, it would be closed and locked. The other way that you might be able to get into it is, that the oil pipes all lead to the base. So if you were somehow able to get into one of the oil pipes, in theory, you could crawl your way into the base. It might take a while. It would definitely not be pleasant, but it might be a possibility.
Oh, Cap, listen, I can drive this thing through the front gate. It's the whole reason deterring folks from doing this shit is the sentry guns, which are down right now. But if we can bash our way in, get Apollo up, get some sentry guns up, because I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. I hope to hell they are not going to turn into that dragon bitch. But if they do, we need some defenses.
I agree.
Can we fix up our guns?
Yeah, actually, go ahead and give me a contact roll. Everybody can give me a contact roll to fix their guns.
Okay, I have more stress dice than real dice for it, but let's do it.
Oh, my stress actually helped me. Good.
All right. So
I'm fixing someone else's gun.
If you get at least one success, your guns kind of spring back to life. Logan, you had 3 successes, right?
Yes.
I'll say that you are also actually able to help fix everybody's comm units as well. You're able to kind of get those working.
Can I use those 2 successes to fix Silva's and Spear's comm units? Okay.
There is
nothing personal, kid.
Silva got out of the car.
No.
No, Mason is not worried about not being able to hear you. This
does
is
that
the
mean
best
Mason's
news
in charge?
she's had all day.
I shoot Mason.
Inside the car.
Yep.
Breaking the window. Huh.
I don't want to hear Mason's bitching in my ear anymore. This is a rare reprieve.
Mason, though, I think is definitely thinking about what we can do, because we had bandanas or something in the sewers, and we don't know at this point whether this is a touch sort of thing, inhalation sort of thing. She's making the case we will need to cover ourselves. And Chaplain, I'm sorry, but if we need to get out and open the door, it's gonna have to be you. We can't touch this.
I'm aware that I need to get out and preferably find a water hose and hose the thing down before you get out.
Yeah. Or even like a cover.
Yeah.
So Mason,
yeah, no, I'm sorry. I heard you call for a roll, Tyler. I'm sorry. I got a phone call that made me a little concerned. I'm good.
That's okay. We did stop.
For?
You got a phone call on your repaired comm unit. You're all good. Yeah.
Everyone has a repaired.
They were asking about your auto warranty.
Go ahead and roll Comtech to see if you can fix your gun.
Okay.
Everybody so far has succeeded. Logan actually got extra successes, so he also repaired both
one.
Perfect. Your gun is repaired. Both your and Spear's comm units are also fixed.
Let's see if anyone's up then.
Everybody also give me an observation roll.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a success, but also rolled a 1 on stress.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a panic die then.
Oh, no, 2 successes.
So it's D6 plus 2 because I have 2
D6
stress?
Plus whatever your stress is, yeah.
Okay.
7.
3 successes, 1 stresses. 3, 6, 9, 7.
All right. So everybody seems like succeeded. Spears, your stress level, and you start to get a nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress level of all PCs in short range of you, which is everybody, increases by 1. The reason you start to get a twitch is, despite the engine of the tractor is up and running. It's kind of creating that idling noise. You notice, this is Spheres, you're the first one to notice this. You notice the kind of movement in the darkness of the warehouse that you're in, and you're kind of staring at it. Everybody, kind of sees you doing this, and you just twitch a little bit, start to twitch a little bit. Everybody follows his gaze when all of a sudden, through basically like diving through the air, you see this creature land on the front of the tractor. It looks somewhat human. It looks very similar to how Wojcik looked. This person's head has been deformed, elongated. Their limbs are elongated. There are black spider webs all over their skin, and they just start banging on the windshield of the tractor. Somebody give me go ahead and roll 5 die for the glass to see if it's
Nathan. You roll it.
Oh no!
I got 1.
We don't need successes, so that's why I want Nathan.
1 success.
All right, that's enough. The thing just slams its fist down onto the windshield. The windshield is, made of this super strong glass, but you can see that it's starting to splinter and crack. It's still intact. What would you all like to do?
I am going to yell fuck and then floor it, trying to shake this thing off, whether that would be something like whipping around or if it landed on the front of the tractor. I'm trying to envision what it looks like. If I could drive this thing into a wall without cratering it and then back up and GTFO. One of those things, and I'm happy to roll piloting to not fuck up the...
I was going to say, I think this is going to be a piloting roll.
Hell yeah. All right.
As you're pointing it towards the wall. Acid blood, acid blood, acid blood. Logan, acid blood.
I don't know that. Whew, doggy. Okay. So that is 2 successes and 3 stress die.
Okay.
So let's roll this again. Ooh, a 1. So 7, 5 total for panic.
So you keep it together. You get this like nerves in the pit of your stomach, but you gun the tractor. It's not, it doesn't have a lot of pickup speed, but you gain some speed pretty quickly. Head directly into a wall. You're just going to smash it right into a wall.
Basically, I just want to get it bug on a windshield or like get it stuck against the wall and then reverse before it has a chance to grab back on. Like, I don't want to try and kill it. I want to stun it and get it out of here.
All right. So you kind of smash it into a wall. Due to the way that it's not like a semi where it has like a flat front. It's kind of like angled, but its legs were kind of dangling over the front. As you hit the wall, it just like pancakes its legs into the wall. As you pull back, it falls to the ground. It is still moving. But it can't stand up because its legs are essentially crushed. You see this like black, ickish goo, blood kind of seeping out from its legs, and it's crawling towards the tractor, but it is not, running after it anymore.
There is a 1 heartbeat moment when I want to run it the fuck over just for good measure, but I'm going to reverse and we need to get to the base. If there's 1, there's going to be a whole lot more.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
So you pull back out into, into the into the outside, into the rain. Right now, it's still more of a mist where the wind is kind of picking it up and swirling it around in the air. You still have to turn on the windshield wipers to kind of keep the windshield clean, but you can see that it has definitely started to slow down and get to the point where it has stopped. You start making your way kind of up the road towards the base. It is slow going because you see shelled buildings everywhere. You see downed ships every once in a while, both UPP and Marine Corps ships, probably from the EMP or the fighting that has taken place. There are fires burning everywhere from everything that has been going on. You get, let's say, actually, so I'll say too, you're kind of in a safe spot right now. So if you'd like, you can all, as safe as you're going to be, you can all remove a point of stress.
Can I banter and have another point removed as well?
Absolutely.
We're totally gonna make it.
Oh,
right?
please.
we just got to do this thing, and then we're off the planet. Captain will lead us to victory. Always.
So you kind of circle around Wildcatter Park in this time. And Logan, you're driving, correct? All right, you circle around Wildcatter Park, going around kind of the southeast of it, heading up towards where kind of Highway 3 kind of junctions into it, because that's going to be the quickest route to Fort Nebraska. And right about the time that you get to where the Highway 3 junction is, your radio in the tractor blares on. Well, actually, sorry, let me. Sorry, I lost my place. I'm sorry. It's not the radio in the tractor. Your comm units all blare up. At first, there's static, and then you hear a voice yelling, Silva, are you there? Come in, Silva, I know you're out there. You immediately recognize it as Mallory Eckford.
Eckford? What the fuck do you want?
Listen, I'm about a half a click north of you. I am being attacked by these things. I need you to come get me.
You need me to... What the fuck is wrong with you, Eckford? Why the fuck would I do that when you're responsible for this bullshit?
Listen, you don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here, but there's a lot more going on here, and the only way you're going to figure it out is if you come and get me and help me. Besides, how the hell do you think you're going to get off this planet?
The fucking space elevator, you dumb bitch.
Really? You have access into that? Because I do.
Send me your fucking coordinates. Just hang up the phone. God damn it.
She kind of sends you where it is, and it is about a half a kilometer north of where you're at, along the streets.
Hey, Cap, so are we talking like a key card or retinal scan? I'll cut the bitch's head off and we'll take it with her. I do not want her taken with us.
No, 100% I'm with you, Logan. We are taking down whoever is responsible for all of this bullshit. And I have a feeling Mallory Eckford's name is in the middle of all of it. We'll use her for what we need her for, and then we're getting rid of her ass. But if she has access, if she knows something that'll get us off this rock, we should probably go track that down.
Does that include, Major Hatfield?
Yeah. Whoever's responsible for this shit is a fucking disgrace to the name Marine, and they're going down.
Fuck yeah. I'm with you, Captain.
Chap.
Ask her about Project Life Force.
What is that, chap?
I don't know, but that voice in my head, it's back. But it's like a distant echo. It's like it's trying to reestablish contact, but it's not going to be able to. I've overridden those circuits, but I can hear it. Something about Project Life Force. And I think the sound is coming from the base.
What's coming from the base?
The signal.
Where is Eckford at?
The coordinates she gave you is basically like about 6 blocks north of you, where along the road. As you're driving, you're getting closer and closer. You can kind of see in the distance ahead of you how there's this. It almost, you see these muzzles of gunfire coming from some area.
Yeah, I'll try to raise her comm again.
You raise her. It's like, so where the hell are you?
We're on our way, Eckford. What's Project Life Force?
What? Are you seriously going to ask me that now?
Yes, I am.
My life is about. I'm about to be killed by these things that are attacking me.
Isn't that a shame?
You know what?
It's a real shame. I'm choked up about that one.
You know what? You get here. You save me. I will tell you whatever you want to know about Project Life Force.
Just hang up on her.
As you hang up on her, she's like halfway through. Are you?
But we did rescue her.
We'll let her sweat.
Bye. Oh.
So you start to get closer, and we'll say right now you're long range away. At this point, you can see her APC in the street. Every once in a while you can kind of see her leaning out. And you can tell it's her with some type of it looks like a pulse rifle kind of shooting at things. And it takes you a second to figure out what she's shooting at. But after a second or two, you can see that the thing that attacked your tractor, there are 3 or 4 of them just kind of starting to circle around the APC where she's at. You can also see lying on the ground around are all of her or several of her dog catchers. They appear to be dead.
So we can't open this up without exposing us to whatever's in this.
But she's leaning out of the APC.
Yeah, if she's leaning out, can I just honk and have her grab on?
You can see that she's wearing some type of mask.
Right.
And just to say it, Mason, you do have a CBRN kit that would have a mask for you.
Yeah.
It'll only last about 10, 20 minutes, but...
Let me get out first, and I will wipe down the side of the vehicle, because their vehicle is much better for all of us.
That I do agree with you on, Chap.
I think...
But I'm betting it got fragged in the EMP, Chap.
Unless you can fix it real quick.
That might be fixable.
I think it's the mask that's keeping her.
So it has to be running somewhat.
Oh, okay.
We all have masks from our initial raid that we didn't use. Right?
That is true. You still have those.
So that could be our way to stay safe.
We just don't want anything to drip on you when you get out.
No, I think that's fine. It's just if we don't breathe it in. Because she's leaning out and she's in the rain and she knows more than us.
We don't have time to
unless she has some kind of antidote, but Mason's right. Mason's right.
Yeah, I put my mask on.
And
masks on.
I'm staying at long range though. Like I don't care if Logan keeps going, but this is close enough.
Yeah, I feel like we've stopped just sort of on the horizon while they're, circling around her. Cap, am I gonna do a bit of road rage? What the fuck are we doing here? Sir.
If their door is open
I'm
like
not feeling real in a rush, gentlemen. We can do a few donuts. Let her sit for a second.
As you're saying this, you can see the muzzle flash and hear it as she's obviously not a very good shot because she's just kind of wildly shooting around. Additionally, just to let you know, the rain has essentially stopped by this point. Well,
that dumbass is more liable to shoot herself than anything else, so maybe we should go ahead and step in.
All right, let's go shotgun grenade launchers first, and then Logan finishes them off.
Do not grenade launcher the APC. What are you grenade launching?
They're circling the APC, shithead.
We'll say that they're medium range away from the APC now.
Oh,
they're
kind of fine. Grenade away.
Crawling through. They're crawling through the.
Actually, if we can do some donuts that draw them away from the APC and then pull back and then start opening fire on it, that'd be pretty sweet.
Cap, you had me at do some donuts. Will do.
Just don't splash onto the PC though. That black goo is everywhere.
100%.
All right. So first you're going to start. Plan is you're going to go in, do some donuts to try to draw some of them away.
Right.
And then once they're drawn away,
blow them the fuck up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
Logan, go ahead and give me another piloting roll.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's what I like to see. 2. Okay. 3 successes. I don't like to see 1 stress die. 2, 4. Well, that would still be 4. So holding it together.
Yeah, you're.
Damn, I love that talent.
You're kind of in your.
This is my zone. I'm doing donuts and trying to like smack it with the back of the tractor as we're going. I Fast and Furious pop a wheelie with this bad boy. It's not physically possible, but I somehow do it.
And I'll even say, how many successes did you have? You said you had 3 successes? 3. Yeah. So with that, you kind of go in, start doing some donuts around the in kind of like an open area. In fact, one of the things comes rushing at you, and as you're doing a donut, the back of the tractor just smacks into it and rolls over it. You can feel the thud as it crunches beneath the tractor. Start to pull away, and it looks like you were successful. The other 3, there are 3 left of these things. They start kind of running after you away from the APC.
Hey, Mason, how about you get out and give us some cover fire, huh?
She's already out. Like, she was not in for this. She's staying at long range. And yeah, she is grenade launching behind you at this point, trying to get the 3 of them. Yeah.
With the volley of grenades.
All right, so did you stop? Are you stopping the tractor, or are you still going?
No, I want to slow down to give them a chance. Like, they're going to be running up to gain on us. Yeah, and then launch out the back. I call it the Taco Bell routine.
All right. So whoever is launching grenades, we won't go into initiative yet, but go ahead and roll for that. Ranged combat. Grenade launchers, you get a +1. Oh, geez. Okay, 4 successes.
And 0, but I didn't fail on a stress, so I'm going to add a stress and re-roll.
This is perfectly on point.
In it, though? Okay, that's 2 successes and a panic.
All right, so go ahead and roll your panic.
7.
Typical Mason.
Hey,
so that is nervous twitch. So at first, this is what happens. At first, sorry, my mind just went blank for a second. Actually, both of you, both Spears and Mason, go ahead and roll 9 die for the explosion, and let me know how many successes you have.
I think I got a dud grenade because none.
Okay. You at least it's 1 plus however you roll. So Spears, you are able to shoot it off with the even with it kind of landed a little bit short, but it's just kind of on that right area where it needs to be with all of your extra successes. The explosion occurs. One of these things just gets blown away as the explosion happens. Mason, you go to do the same thing. And at first, it's almost like you have a dud. It just doesn't fire, and you gain a nervous twitch. So you and everybody else adds another stress. However, after fooling around with it for a little bit, you're not sure if maybe the EMP was still affecting it or what. The grenade goes out, explodes. Unfortunately, it's not quite to where it needs to be. And you see that you knock one of these things down, but it is still coming. So with that, why don't we all roll initiative? Everybody roll a D10 and let me know what you get. There are 2 of them left. All right, so Sopa got 10, Chaplin got 5, Mason got 6.
6, yep.
Logan, that's a 8 or 9. I can't tell.
8.
Okay. Logan, and then all right, Spears got 5 as well. Okay, cool. Excuse me. All right, Silva, we'll start with you.
All right. So is Mason still considered to be panicking?
Yeah, he'll be panicking until the end of the round.
Well, not if I can.
He doesn't get any. There aren't any negatives to his panic though, other than everybody getting a stress.
Nothing affects. He doesn't affect anyone. Okay.
No, he's just weighing us down like always.
I'll just use my command on the 2 people that are shooting. Fucking finish those things so we can get the hell out of here. So that is 1, 2, 3 successes.
Awesome. And so remind me, command will give them a +1, correct?
So I have 3 dice. I believe those are like extras that can be applied.
Yeah, let me just double check to make sure. I think you're right. I just want to make sure everybody's
totally
getting what they deserve. Commands. So you're giving orders for every success you roll, they get a +1 modification to the roll when carrying out the order you gave. So it would be a +3 to their roll.
Can we split it between Mason and Spears, or does it only apply? Okay. Mason, you kind of need it. Take 2.
I really do.
Spears, take 1.
All right.
And I can do that twice because of my ability. So with that, Logan, are you still driving us around?
Damn straight, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, Logan, don't fucking crash into anything. Let's see some fancy maneuvering. Just the 1 for Logan.
All right, so Logan, you get a +1 to any piloting, your next piloting roll. That takes us to Logan.
Okay. With that, how many of these things are still coming up on us?
2. Discounted. So we're gonna say 2.
All right. I hear Spears yell or like mutter, keep distance on them, but I'm really tempted to slam it into reverse and try and pancake these things. Is there any way I can try and, I'm imagining we're kind of like on a freeway. Maybe there's, ruins of buildings and cars and things around. Absolutely. Is there a way that I can try and maneuver the tractor to give them essentially a killing ground, that it'll be open, no cover, and then they can just pelt in the middle of the road to try and give Spears and Mason a better opportunity to hit?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a pilot roll. You get the +1 to that, and if you're successful, they'll get extra dice for their roll.
So I think that is 5, 7, 8. Okay. Plus, and thank you for that other stress die, Mason. It's not like I was just settling down.
I love to give.
Okay. That's technically no successes, but I'm not sorry about it. So I'm still just bobbing and weaving around.
Okay.
I will take the no panic, and I can't afford to push anything until shit really hits the fan.
Okay. So yeah, you're kind of bobbing and weaving around. You just can't find that sweet spot that kind of gives them the opening that they absolutely need. So Mason, to you.
Oh crap. There's another thunk as she attempts to fire
outside the car, I hope.
She's not in the car. Again, she's just hearing this from Spears's radio. All right, let me double check. You said is it a +2 or
+1?
What? Yeah,
+1.
No. For my command, I gave you a +2. Yeah. Oh, for your gun, I don't know.
The gun's a +1, but then a +2 additionally.
Yeah, from the command.
15 dice. I mean, how can you not roll?
Surely.
Just so it's said, the extra dice you get are not stress dice.
No,
whenever you have a plus, just so
right.
That's good.
Right. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter that much.
She needs it.
Wait. Okay, couple. Oh no, this is great.
Did you get more than 1?
3, baby.
Successes.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and roll the 9 die for.
And now here's where it comes.
And this is where you get a goose egg.
Okay, 2. That's not bad.
2 plus 1 is 3.
Yes.
Plus 2 extra damage for the extra successes you had, so that's 5. So you blast off one of the grenades. You can kind of see it, you hear the chunk as it goes flying in the air, landing almost right in front of one of these things. The grenade explodes, creating a huge hole in the ground. You think for a second that this thing is gone, but you can see this hand kind of reach over the top as it pulls itself off. It's ragged. It's, one of its arms is missing, but it's slowly still coming for you. And this takes us to Chaplain.
I am, all I have is a service revolver, so I will just point and fire at the nearest one.
Yeah, they're close enough. They're at medium range, so you can absolutely do that.
2 6s. Excellent.
Remember, the service pistol gives you +2 dice too.
Oh, well then. No, didn't add anything. So I got 2.
So how many successes?
2.
2. So that's going to be 3 damage. Are you shooting at the one that Mason just shot with the grenade, or the other one?
I'm shooting at the one that you said is trying to climb up onto the...
Okay. You mean climb up out of the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the one that Mason shot the grenade at. As it kind of reaches its arm over to pull itself out of the hole, it lifts up, and you can see its elongated, black, spidery veined head. Take aim and shoot, and just the back of its head explodes out, and it falls back into the hole. This takes us to Spears.
Nice shot.
Bingo.
Is the other one in grenade range?
Oh yeah, it's at medium range.
Yes, it is. Burn in hell, motherfucker. Boom.
All right,
1 success.
Go ahead and roll. 1 success. All right, go ahead and roll the 9 die for the blast damage.
With pleasure. And that looks to be, holy shit, 4 successes.
Okay, so the grenade goes out, launches, explodes just behind where it's at. It kind of propels the creature forward. You can see as it lands on the ground, you can see face first, you can see the back of it is just torn up. There's shrapnel all over it, but it lifts itself up and starts to pull itself towards you. That's its turn. It's going to pull itself up with one of its actions, and then move to be 1 zone closer to you all. So it's now short range from you. And this takes us back to the top of the order with Silva.
I'll continue barking orders at Mason and Spears, trying to, this way, a little bit to the left. 2 successes. No, 3 successes. No, yeah, 3 successes. Sorry, I can't count. 3 successes again.
All right, you can
Let's
split
give
it
2
up
to
like you want
Spears
to.
this time and 1 to Mason.
Okay.
Give them all to Mason, because Mason gets to go first.
If you're fine, that's fine. I'll give all 3 to Mason. And with my second action, I'll direct Chaplain this time. If you're shooting Chaplain, I'm gonna, give you a couple pointers. 1. Take 1.
All right. So that takes us to Logan.
Okay. I just saw this last one get kind of mini napalm by Spears, right?
Yep.
As it's crawling back out. And this is the last one I see just in this rickety rear view mirror.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hell yeah. I'm going to do the thing where I slam on the brakes, they peel out in reverse, and I'm going to try and pancake it going backwards and drift over this sumbitch.
Okay.
So that is going to be 7. Okay. 2 successes, no stresses.
All right. So you slam the brakes on the tractor. Everybody just kind of like moves forward with the momentum of from the tractor still going, not expecting it to do that. Slam it in reverse. You can see in the rear view mirror or the side mirror, whichever, this thing getting closer and closer as it pulls itself up running, and then you hear this thud, and the whole tractor just kind of bounces up as you run over it. You can feel the wheels, these large tractor wheels, just crush it as you roll it over. And as you're going backwards, you can see out the front this like flattened roadkill pancake of whatever it was lying on the ground. From what you can tell, that the ones that were attacking the APC are gone.
Okay. I'm just going to keep reversing to go to the APC. And then as we get closer, I'm assuming this has a horn. I'm going to give the classic. Burp, 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 burp.
All right. You're easily able to kind of maneuver around the, grenade holes that are in the road now from Mason and Spears. Pull up next to the APC, and you can see Eckford standing there, still in a nice, like very expensive suit, looking at you, holding a pulse rifle, and just kind of not knowing how to react.
Put that thing away before you shoot your fucking foot off, Eckford. Let's go. We're taking the APC.
Fine, get into the car, or get into the APC.
I imagine we collectively shoulder check her as she's trying to say that and give orders, and it's just bam, bam, bam.
If the APC is damaged, could I look it over with heavy machinery and get it running?
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and give me a heavy machinery roll.
With pleasure. 1 success. That's it.
Yeah. So as you start kind of looking around the APC, Eckford starts going, well, look, the thing is broken there. We hit something and it's not working right. It was only going at like half speed, and you kind of like lean down,
shut up,
flip some switches, and it just roars to life, everything inside. So as it roars to life, you notice that this is an APC very similar to the way that the one that you had, the one that the Marines use. However, it's been modified by Wayland Yutani to where they're in the back, where there would normally be like a gun that you could utilize. That has been removed, and there is a very large cage in the back, kind of like with metal bars and plexiglass. There's nothing inside of it. But you surmise that is where
that makes me sick.
Keep whatever they were taking. You also see that whereas in your APC there would be a comm station that has all of the body cams that you have. There is one in there as well, and on each of the monitors are your names, as if she was watching through your body cams.
You want to explain all this, Eckford? Don't start up the engines, Logan. We're going to see what answers we can get before we decide if we're taking her with us.
Well, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got to go. They'll have heard the explosions.
Those more monsters will come.
We can talk and drive.
That's fair.
As you say that, you hear from the outside this roaring or screaming or howling bouncing off of all of the building walls. You can't tell where it's coming from, but you hear one, and then another echoes, and then another echoes.
Get us to the fort, Logan. You mind explaining all this, Eckford?
So you start going down. Logan, you have to go slowly, just because the closer you get to the base, the more destruction there is. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, the APC can get around it. It's just you can't go full speed. It's going to take you a little while to get there. Eckford looks at you, Silva, and says, "You know what? Cut the crap. You and I are not that different. We're both here to do jobs. I was sent here to do a job, and that's why I'm here. So let's cut this bullshit between the two of us. You need me, and I need you."
Tell me what the fuck's going on here, Eckford, or your ass is out of this APC.
You know what?
Project Life Force.
If she looks at you as soon as you say that, and says, look, I can only tell you what I know, but I want you to think about something for a second. If I knew everything that was going on, she points over to the comm units. Why the hell was I tracking you? Why was I trying to figure out where you were going and where those 4 AWOL Marines were?
Because you want to look at my ass in the shower, bitch. Now answer the fucking question.
Like, well, what do you want to know?
Project Life Force?
Project Life Force is a biological weapons program put together by both Weyland-Yutani and the USCMC. So it's not just us who are involved in it. It was both our organizations. I was in charge of it from the Weyland-Yutani side, and Myers was in charge of it from the Marine side.
And how do the AWOL Marines factor into all of this? What happened?
So, you know that what do you know about your base? What do you know about Fort Nebraska?
That it's a shithole on a shit rock that nobody wants to be in. That is all I know, Eckford.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more than that. And she kind of says that a little derisively. Says, there are 2 sublevels that I'm sure you've been on. One for the weapons loading and the armaments, and one for offices and whatever the hell is down there, whatever military shit you all do. And you all would know this. You've been there. She says, but there's a 3rd sublevel, one that's classified, that experimental weapons testing is done in, and and Project Life Force. Says, hold on a second. She walks over to the computer, starts messing around with it. Let me pull up something, but it's going to take me a minute. So what specifically do you want to know? Because I don't want to be guessing here.
I want to know. Go ahead, Chap. No, I'll let the medic speak, honestly. Go ahead, Chap.
I would like to know who's trying to control me.
You know what? If I had to guess, it would be Myers and his bitch android, Jael.
The android from the bar.
No,
Jael, the other personality.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry. Yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned it.
You haven't figured it out yet, have you? Myers cut me off. I haven't been involved with Project Life Force for at least 2 weeks, so I don't know what the hell went on. As far as I can tell, those AWOL Marines helped control an outbreak of the biological weapons on sublevel 3, and they got infected. Now, the last I heard, we tried to provide an antidote to them, and she's typing on the computer as she does this. Provide an antidote for them, but I don't know if it worked. We were never able to find the Marines, and that's when Myers kicked me out. That's why I was following you around. That's why I was trying to find these Marines before Myers did, because who knows what the hell Myers would do to him. I would take him back and try to get them some help.
What did you give Wright?
Right, I didn't give Wright anything.
No,
it was all Myers.
Actually, Cap, I believe her because the Jael personality despised this woman.
What the hell was that thing that flew in here with that biological orbital bombardment? What was that, Eckford?
I have no fucking clue what that was. That's whatever that ship was, that's not ours. That's not yours. That's not the UPPs. I don't know what that was. These things out here, if I had to guess, they're part of whatever that black rain was. And she finally goes, all right, here. This is what kicked this whole thing off.
Weyland-Yutani, building better worlds.
Sub-ether transmission to Stafford Station, Weyland-Yutani headquarters. This is Liaison Ernest Harker, late of the Transport Montero, currently transmitting from derelict ship USCSS Cronus, in keeping with Special Order 966. I have instructed Mother to vent much of the ship, which is under attack by numerous entities called here abominations. Mother tells me that a chemical agent, AO3959X.0115, has been employed here as a component of a serum against mutagenic infection from a fungal pathogen and a tarry liquid, 26 Draconis. Unfortunately, data indicates the vaccine is not 100% effective and in some cases actually causes a human subject to develop into one of these abominations. I recommend urgently that the company send transport and marine ships to meet the Cronus as soon as
And with that, the recording stops. And Eckford looks at all of you and says, This is what Project Life Force was about. 3 years ago, we found the Cronus just derelict in space. We had received that transmission. We found this black goo that we realized we could weaponize, create these biological weapons, but it could also be used as an antidote to whatever it created as well. This is what Project Life Force was. We were trying to create this. Obviously, it got out of hand, and Myers, in his own delusions of grandeur or whatever the hell it was, decided that it was better for him to take it on his own. And that's when I was kicked off.
Well, how the hell do we get ourselves out of this mess, Eckford?
Look, the only way that I know to get off this rock is through the space elevator. All of the ships down in the spaceport have been blown up. Every ship that I've seen around here, either UPP or Marines, is damaged beyond repair. So until we can get to the space elevator, that can at least get us up into and out of this planet and hopefully find something that we can use to get away from this place, or at least send out a signal to have somebody come get us. I mean, if you've got a better idea, let me know.
Let's get the fuck off this rock.
All right. That's the first reasonable thing that I've heard you say.
Don't push it.
It means we have to get into Fort. The name suddenly escapes this
Fort
robot
Nebraska.
brain of mine.
Fort Nebraska.
Fort Nebraska.
You said you could get us in, Eckford. Let's go.
I can get you into the space elevator, and I can get you into Apollo. And she kind of reaches into her breast pocket, pulls out a key card, which you recognize as an access key card. She says, "This can get me anywhere in the base, including into sub-level 3, which honestly, we probably need to go down there anyways because we need to get some things out of there before we leave."
We need to get some things out of there. What things?
Do you
I
not
point to the cage? She wants a sample.
We're not taking a fucking sample off this rock. We're nuking this thing as soon as we leave. What's wrong with you?
You don't understand it yet, do you? Do you think that when we get off this rock, that Weyland-Yutani or the Marine Corps are just going to welcome us with open arms? Have you ever been in front of a jury and having to explain what has happened? I'm guessing not. I have. If we can get the stuff that I have in sub-level 3, not only will we be able to get off this rock, we will be set for the rest of our lives. So you can do whatever the hell you want. If you want to stay in the Marine Corps, that's your business. If you want to head off to some pleasure planet and forget this shit ever happened, that is totally up to you. But we need to get that crap before we get off.
She has incriminating evidence then. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Amongst
I bet
other
you
things.
have been in front of a jury, Eckford. I bet you have. Let's get the fuck to this. Let's get the fuck off this rock. Let's get to the fort, do our business, and get the hell out of here.
If you can get me in there, we can get out of here. And with that, you kind of you've been traveling around enough at this point. You kind of turn a corner and you can see Fort Nebraska in front of you. You're kind of perched on a hill overlooking the fort, and you can see that while the inner bastions and walls of the base, there are portions of it that are smoking. They're in ruins. It looks almost like the east and the west wing have been destroyed by bombs. The north bastion of the fort, which is really where a lot of the stuff it was anyways, as well as the space elevator, has been left alone. But the perimeter wall is intact. She looks at all of you and says, all right, you get me through that wall. I think I know where to go, but how are you getting us through the wall?
Well, we heard the pipes lead in. The oil pipes go through.
Okay. Are you going to swim in?
Oil pipes are dry as a bone, Eckford.
What do you mean?
They're full of sand or some shit.
No
she
oil.
Looks legitimately confused when you say that. What do you mean that they're full of sand? That they were pumping oil yesterday.
We broke one open accidentally.
We were down there hours ago.
They probably planned this attack. It's some kind of fucking conspiracy. They take all the oil and that's what's useful. And then they'll have no problems dropping whatever from the sky.
You think that's why the UPP showed up, Spears?
Probably.
Grab the oil and
one
run?
Stone. Or the Marines took it all.
She looks really confused for a minute. And then this like dawning of realization comes across her face. And she says, I can't believe that he did that.
Well, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's the perfect testing ground.
No, it wasn't the UPP that did that. It was Myers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They took all the oil and then they just...
Oh, he didn't take all the oil. He destroyed the oil.
Why would he do that?
About 2 weeks before he kicked me off the project, he and I were up in his office drinking. He drank a little bit too much, and he let it slip how he had a surprise for the UPP if they showed up. He had acquired this bacteria, this oil-eating bacteria, that if those UPP assholes showed up, he would release that into the pipelines and destroy all the oil, so they had nothing to gain from invading. I can't believe he did that. He has basically made this planet or this oil refinery useless. He destroyed the oil.
Like, I don't have time to be worried about war crimes. We getting the fuck off this rock. Let's go. If we can't go in through the wall or over the wall, we're going under the fucking wall.
All right, well,
we can't drive there. We'll have to crawl.
Yeah, we'll have to crawl in through the pipes, chat. Pipes all lead to the fort.
So there are pipes everywhere. You can see, kind of where the pipes kind of lead into the buildings surrounding. You remember seeing pipes in the sewers, and you're close enough now to the fort where you can, definitely see where, some.
Why don't we bring up a blueprint and find the best way in, so we don't fuck around?
Do we want to just cut open a pipe too? Like, they go right into the building. We just cut a pipe open and go in.
Cut it and drain it, but also, do we blow the pipe? How do we make sure more of those fucking things don't just come in right after us?
Yeah. Well, the stuff rained on the fort itself too, didn't it? So, are people inside the fort turned into those things?
Probably, but enemies in front better than ones behind, chap.
Is there an alternative way into the third floor, into the third sublevel? Through the sewers? Through the...
No. She says there's really two ways that I know to get to the sublevel. There's a special elevator up on the second floor of the North Bastion. There is, she kind of sits there and thinks for a second. There is another, there's a lift from sublevel 2. And then the space elevator goes down to sublevel 3 too. But if that's not working, you're not going to be able to get it into it from there. I mean, you might, and just so you all know, the space elevator is essentially about 2.5 stories high. So wherever it's at, it's usually on levels 1 and 2 of the of Fort Nebraska when it's parked there. And you do know that it is the space elevator is down and parked in Fort Nebraska. So she looks at you and says, "So we're going through these pipes?"
Early choice.
Does anybody have a laser cutter of some kind, or do
well, instead of cutting open a pipe, why not find the nearest sewer and then just climb into the open pipes from there?
I mean, that's what the blueprint would help us with.
Yeah.
Then we don't have to cut anything open and leave something just a gaping hole at our back.
The pipe won't be open in the sewer either, though, right? The oil's just flowing through. It shouldn't.
We're going to have to cut it and let all the now sand drain out before we can even go through, or else we're going to have to try and swim through quicksand.
I mean, we could probably blow it open, but that's going to draw a lot of attention.
I do have a cutting tool, so
okay.
If on your orders,
probably equipment inside this the vehicle we're in too.
Yeah, look, Spears, Logan, find us the best way through. Spears, start cutting the pipe. Let's do it.
All right,
yes, sir.
So it takes you a couple minutes. You are able to pull up some blueprints on the computers here, and after a minute or two, you find kind of the closest area that would take you into the sewers and the pipe that would go with the smallest distance between that. As you kind of pull up to where the sewer grate is to go down into it, Eckford looks at all of you and says, "Are you sure you want to go this way?"
Enlighten us to our alternatives, Mallory, please.
All right. I recommend that we wear some of these then. And she kind of goes to these like standing lockers, opens them up, and there are enough hazmat suits for each of you.
Okay. Yeah, I will definitely get in one of those.
Yes, please.
She looks at you, Chaplain, and says, "I recommend you put one on too. From what I understand, that sand, you don't want it to get into your gears."
That brings up another thing. What access do you have, Miss Eckford, to the programming of cybernetic brains? Do you have alpha clearance?
You mean, can I hack into you? Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking if you can give me access to my modem so that I can disable it.
I'm not an engineer, but I'm sure we could figure that out if that's what you want.
I'm afraid that the closer we get to Fort Myers, the stronger the signal's getting. It's still not strong enough to take control, but I'll have to cut the modem so that I can't receive the transmission any longer.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I guess
I am aware that it will make me an obsolete model, unable to upgrade, but I think I would become a compromise to the mission otherwise.
Okay. She says, "All right, if you want to figure it out, let's figure it out." And she kind of walks over to the computers. She shoves spears away from it as you're looking at as you've pulled up the blueprints. And starts typing, and within a couple minutes she pulls up the instructions for what you want.
Does anyone have a penknife?
Sure, I'm betting we all do.
All right,
I'll take the penknife and
go and make a contact roll if you're doing it on yourself, which you can.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, while they're doing that, I'd like to have a powwow with the rest of the group while Chaplain and
3
are
sixes.
working on him.
I assume we're out cutting a hole in the pipe at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write down to the Cap that she's probably listening into our comms.
No, that's fair. I didn't mean to interrupt what Chaplain was doing. If you want to resolve that,
yeah. Chaplain is anybody who's watching him kind of sees how he almost like he slits his wrist, or I guess you describe what happens. You're able to do it successfully.
Yeah, I exposed the servos and I severed them. You'll probably see white milk dribble down. But the truth is, for anybody else who has Comtech, I just committed slow suicide because I can't be upgraded anymore. I would just be thrown away.
Well,
and this, go on.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Tyler.
I was just going to say this takes a couple minutes, so yeah, you are all able to kind of walk outside or go wherever to start speaking. Eckford stays in with Chaplain, kind of assisting and watching.
I'm
gonna
eye on those
cut.
two,
I'm gonna cut my mic and make sure that you all do the same.
Right.
Like we all know Eckford's not making it off this fucking rock, and that's fine. I'm putting it on the three of you to make sure that happens. I'm taking it on myself to get Myers because he's gonna pay.
Are you staying behind to get Myers?
If I have to, I will.
Do you think Myers is even here?
Yes, he's here.
Probably in base.
Not with us, chap.
But Iona is with you. And
You're
here.
Fuck, you gotta stop doing that.
Iona says, "That's fine, Captain, but what's your plan for once we get in?"
Let Eckford run her errand. At her own peril, and so be it. My priority is taking down Myers. He's got to go. If I get stuck on this rock, if I go down with it, so be it. Someone has to pay for this shit, this bullshit that we've all found ourselves in. Gunny, what are you saying? What do you want?
I don't think we can just let her go alone. We know they have an antidote. Eckford doesn't know that, but we're probably all infected already. Even with the protection we have to get an antidote or we're going to end up on a table.
Yeah, otherwise we're going to be the samples she delivers.
Let's prioritize that. We'll keep her around as long as she's useful. The minute she's not, cut her loose. Either make her bait or just put a bullet in her. I don't give a shit. We'll catch Myers on the way out, and if I have to stay behind, I will. But the four of you, excuse me, Iona, get the fuck off this rock if you can. That's an order.
Let's understand. Iona says, I understand that. And I agree with you on that. But with all due respect, I don't think we can leave this planet like it is. I don't know what we're going to find in there, but with these things running around, don't you think that maybe we need to destroy this place? We need to set off some of those nukes?
You're right. Absolutely. 100%.
All right.
The only way to be sure.
I guess the first step is getting in there.
You're right. All right. Let's get back in there before Eckford does some shit to Chop.
So by the time you get back into the APC, the chaplain's done. He's kind of cleaning yourself up. Like a little suture kit, kind of sewing yourself up. And You're successful. What are you doing next?
So we cut open the pipe. We know our
Yep.
way in.
Yeah, I'll cut.
Okay.
How big are these pipes?
The pipes are actually pretty big. They're big enough where you're not going to be able to stand up in them, but you don't have to also crawl in them. So you can kind of like go hunched over and move forward. It's not wide enough. They're not wide enough for two of you to stand side by side, so you're going to have to go single file. You drop down into the sewers. The sewers
pain
are
in the morning.
Yep. The sewers are empty, and you very quickly find the pipe that you want to go into. Whoever is using the cutting torch to open it up, you're able to.
I got it.
You're easily able to kind of create a person-sized hole to crawl through, and as you do, at this point, the sewer, not the sewer, sorry, the pipeline is horizontal. So you open it up, and you can see that it's roughly about a foot and a half filled with that silt. As soon as the kind of air pressure between where you're at and inside the pipe kind of equalizes, you can see that sand, that silt, just kind of fly up into the air, and just, it kind of creates a cloud almost like of dust. If you weren't wearing the hazmat suits that you're wearing to filter this out, you suspect that everybody would be coughing pretty badly.
Yeah, this shit will shred your lungs.
So you go in. What order are you all going to be moving in?
I can't go first. I don't have the mobility from my surgery.
What was
I'll
that,
go
Logan?
first.
All right.
All right. So Logan, then Mason.
Is Eckford coming?
I'll bring up the rear.
Yeah.
Someone, you should watch Eckford.
Say again?
Watch Eckford.
Yeah, no. She and I, we're going to be in the back.
I'll be third.
Okay. And Chaplain?
I will be with behind. I'll be behind everyone.
No. So Eckford and I are bringing up the rear. You can be in front of us.
All right. I'll be right in front of you.
Okay. And then Iona is basically in the middle.
She slips back into the shadows.
She's so good at that.
So you start moving through the tunnel. It's very slow going, and it's very difficult. It's kind of like walking almost through quicksand. You're not, it's not liquidy, but you kind of have to walk through it. You can't like stand on it. It's not like sand where you only sink down maybe an inch or two. You sink to the bottom, and you have to kind of trudge your way through it. So it's very physically difficult to move through this. Not only that, so when you all got in, did you close up the hole that you made? All right.
Yes.
So as you did that, it went pitch black. You all have flashlights on your suits, as well as on your guns, that provide the only illumination in this. As you are all going through, excuse me, the silt, it takes what feels like an hour or two.
Oh wait.
Yes.
Could I use some bantering to calm everyone down now that we've had time to situate ourselves?
Yeah, I'll say that you can do that, but everybody will only lose one stress. You wouldn't normally lose a stress here because you're not exactly in a safe environment. And actually, you would normally gain a stress from this kind of trip, but that would negate that as well. So everybody can remove one stress.
Very cool. We're gonna be okay.
I imagine after you finish sealing the thing, you say, "Oh shit, I forgot something in the APC."
Late now.
So again, it feels like you've been traveling like an hour or two, maybe longer, maybe less. It's so difficult to tell. As you are going through, and you get to a point in the tunnel where it feels like you're kind of should be where the base is at that point. And you all feel where the silt itself is starting to move almost like a river. It's starting to flow. With that, everybody give me let's see here. It's not going to be just a straight agility.
Mobility?
Yeah, give me a mobility roll.
Oh, I'm
Jinx.
And actually, yeah, never mind.
I'm gonna push.
Okay. All right. So Mason.
Oh, I panic. No success.
All right. So everybody succeeds except for Spears. Go ahead and give me your panic roll.
I succeeded and also panicked. My panic roll was 5.
Okay. And Spears, what was your panic roll?
I have stress of 2, and I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you both kind of keep it together. Iona as well keeps it together. She's kind of able to hold on. However, Spears and Eckford, both of you you get swept up in this in the flow of the silt, and the rest of you kind of see them swept down as they just kind of stepped in this wrong spot, and it's almost like a flood of silt starts going down the tunnel. Spears, you and Eckford are basically just like being pushed by this silt through the tunnel. You can feel that it's going at a down angle at this point, where all of a sudden it opens up and you feel yourself falling and land into this large, what looks like a storage tank, about a third of the way filled with this silt. You hit the bottom, take a point of damage, and sink to your waists. Everybody else is able to kind of make it to the edge of where this storage tank is, and you can see both Eckford and Spears kind of sitting down there, kind of up to their waist. It definitely looks like a storage tank, and you see at the far end is a ladder for you to potentially exit. You see like a portal door above.
I really fucking hope we're alone.
Since Spears was in front of me, can I jump in with him and help pull him over to the ladder? I don't give a fuck about Eckford.
That's spirit.
So I won't make you roll unless you like want to actually jump down and do this. If you like carefully get down and start like pulling him, then it'll be just an automatic success. You're taking your time to do it.
Okay, I'll do that because he's already injured. Now he's injured more.
Okay. Go on.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm going to take up Overwatch just with my rifle and make sure nothing else is going to be moving around there with them. Okay. But it looks like Chaplain's got this covered.
Okay. So yeah, Chaplain, you crawl down. Mason and Silva, what are you all doing? Iona's following your lead, Silva. So whatever you want Iona to do.
You said there is a door inside of the container?
Yeah, there's at the far end from where the tunnel kind of opens up, there is a ladder that goes up probably about 15 feet, and it goes to I'm going to call it a door with like one of the like turning openers.
Right. And that's our most obvious way forward.
Yeah, that's the only way out that you can tell, other than heading back the way you came.
Fuck, I guess one of us is gonna have to help Eckford. She's the only one who knows how to get off this fucking rock. She's still of use to us.
I'll do it, Captain.
All right, thank you, Mason.
Yeah,
I'll just take Overwatch.
Yeah.
Iona and I will just take Overwatch with Logan while they do this.
All right. So actually, Iona takes up Overwatch as well. Mason, you crawl down to kind of help Eckford. She's swearing this whole time. Chaplain, you're able to pull Spears, and between the two of you, you're able to kind of pull them over to the ladder. It takes a couple minutes, but you're able to get freed up spears, grab onto the ladder, and so all of you are over there at that point. If you'd like to climb up and try to leave. So who would be doing that first?
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
All right.
Or whoever
I'm
took
up
point
behind
first.
Spears to
Yeah.
keep him from falling. But yes, yeah, you got upper body strength, so you can at least turn the hatch.
All right. Spears, you climb up the ladder, get to the porthole, open it up. The door kind of creaks open very loudly, much more loudly than you would want. But you look out and see that you are in the southwest area of the grounds of Fort Nebraska. Looking out, you can see inside the inner walls, that is. Looking out, you can see the grounds are just pocketed with where explosions have hit. There is shrapnel and concrete and destruction everywhere. You can see that the East Wing is basically destroyed. That's where the barracks and the med labs were. There are fires burning everywhere, except the North Bastion, which is the northern part of Fort Nebraska. That seems to be relatively intact from what you can tell.
Oh,
the yard,
there's no
as far
place
as you
like
can
home.
tell, is empty.
So the North Bastion, what kind of utilities or offices are there? Is it command?
Yeah, that's where that's where the command was.
Yeah, where Apollo is, huh?
That's where Apollo is. That's where the space elevator would.
And what about the
sub
basement 3, the one?
That is where the sub basements were typically accessed or accessible from the North Bastion as well. You also know that there is an armory on the first level of the North Bastion.
All right.
It's essentially the armory operations and going down to the sub levels.
And it's
as well as Apollo.
It's cleared up. There's no more rain.
Correct.
Okay. This is looking pretty good. I will climb out and take a kneeling position on Overwatch. I'll give a signal that it's clear.
All right. I want to be the last one through, so I'm just gesturing for everyone else. Go, go, go.
All right. Everybody comes out. You're in, well, we'll say, so where you're at, if you were looking at the map, you're roughly long range away from where the North Bastion is. You can start to move forward. I assume that's what you're doing. Everybody's, keeping Overwatch going and so on. So as you start moving forward, everybody, actually, no, I'm not even going to make you give me an observation roll. You get maybe 100, 200 yards towards the North Bastion. And from there, you can see that the west side of the fort, as well as the southwest side of the fort, which again, there were other offices, barracks, things like that, has basically completely been destroyed from the bombings that occurred from the UPP. But as you get, roughly about to the center of the grounds, from all around you can start to hear this howling. You can't tell where it's coming from, but not only do you hear the howling in the light provided from the moon, as well as the fires, you start to see shadows moving all around the perimeter of where you're at.
We gotta get inside real quick, Captain.
Yep. Yes, no.
Hit up the armory.
Yeah.
Let's go.
North Bastion.
All right. So everybody just gonna take off?
No, we're gonna do this in an orderly fashion. We're not gonna just run for it. We're gonna be quick. We're gonna be quiet. You know what to do if we get to come out. Let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna lead the charge on this one, though.
Okay. Where do you want Eckford?
Put that dumb bitch in the middle so we can babysit her properly. Good God.
I'll watch her.
Okay, so you start slowly moving forward. Everybody give me a observation roll then.
Would this be a good time to use a watchful talent there, Tyler?
God fucking damn! I rolled a 1 on a stress die.
Remember, I forgot to say this at the beginning. You all, if I didn't tell you, you all have an extra story point as well. So remember that you have those story points that you can use for an automatic success.
Can we use it after we roll?
Yeah, you can actually.
I don't know if I should use it or not.
I panic as
well. 5 in a panic roll. So I got the 1 of stress. I made the panic roll. So
no successes, 2 stresses.
Yeah, I'll stress. Yeah, no success, 1 stress. Roll stress.
2, 6, 4. Holding it together, but I don't see shit. I'm just looking at all the shadows around.
I rolled an 8. I got a tremble.
All right, so yeah, so all of you can hear this the howling increase as you get about halfway again to where the North Bastion gates are, doors are, I mean. And as you do, you can see these figures start to pop up closer than you expected them to be. Mason, you start to tremble uncontrollably as you see this. So that means all your skill rolls until the end of this kind of combat that use agility are at a -2, or until your panic stops. Yep. With that, everybody, let's roll initiative.
Hell yeah. 10, baby.
Hey,
all right. So Silva has 10. Mason has 1. Spears, that's 7. Chaplain 8, and then Logan, I'm sorry, I didn't see what you had.
10.
All right.
Mason, you can switch with me if you want.
No, this is probably accurate. She's panicking and losing her shit.
All right, give me.
Also, she's not very good at shooting right now. At the best of times, she's decent. Right now, not so good.
All right. Actually, does somebody want to roll for Eckford?
Sure.
For me?
What's her?
Just roll a d10.
Oh, yeah. 8.
Wow,
wasted good roll.
All right. and I'm sorry, did somebody switch initiatives?
Can we switch with what's her name? Eckford?
You know what? I will let you do that. I will let you switch with Eckford if you want.
I got 10, so I'm good. But if anyone wants to switch with Eckford, it sounded like Mason was
Spears,
happy
how
with
bad?
the
Yeah,
1.
how bad did you do?
I got a 7, so I think I'm all right.
Not that much better.
I think we just gotta move. We just gotta get out of the open because who knows how many there are.
All right.
So Silva, you go first.
All right, so I'm going to tell Gunny to get her shit together with 1 command and then tell everyone else to haul ass with the other. So hopefully we can spread this command joy a little bit around. So first action, telling Gunny to get her shit together. Let's see, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it just 1 success needed to give someone rid of their panic?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, take it. That's 2 successes.
All right, so Mason, you kind of snap out of it as Silva just yells at you.
You don't even see Mason, you just know that she froze.
Yes, sir. Haul ass and shoot while you run, boys. Let's get the hell out of here. 1, 2, 3 success. Oh my god.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Wow. Can you give them...
So you can't give that to everybody. So but I will let you split it up if you'd like.
Will it be a mobility to run or not at this point?
No, run is just it's a
just
fast
an
action.
Got it.
A fast action.
Okay.
I'll give Chap 2 and Mason 1. Let's split it that way. Don't want to be too silly with it.
And then you still have your fast action. Are you using it to move? All right, so you move to short distance away from.
Actually, I take it back. I don't want to be the first one running. I'm gonna stand and hold the line while everyone.
Well, since Cap and I both have 10, can I basically, like, while she's barking orders, I am going to launch a grenade at the closest cluster of them and then book it. So I'm just imagining like orders barking, move, move, move. And then both of us are going to be just out in front, booking it through that. Because I don't want to shoot a grenade while she's in front of me.
Yeah, go for it.
Mason, yes, but.
Go for it.
Okay. So that would be just with the pulse rifle ranged combat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, all of them are within medium range of you now, so you will not take damage from the grenades, but if they get any closer and you shoot them with the grenades, you will potentially take damage. Actually, all of you may potentially take damage.
Okay.
And that's why I'm shooting them now.
I am going to take my fast action to run. If we're all running this way, and if we're all running this turn anyway, I'm going to run.
Yeah, okay. I just want to try and blow a hole and then dash right through it. Okay. So that is 5, 8. Oh, and the pulse rifle gives me 1. Okay. 2 successes. I held up 3 fingers, but ignore that. 2 successes and no stresses. Okay. I just can't count.
All right, so go ahead and roll the damage, the 9 dice for the grenade.
Okay. God damn it, Mason gave me one of her grenades. Only one.
All right, so that's actually two damage. So the grenade goes flying out. There were 2 of them that were kind of clumped together. There was this huge explosion. It kind of causes them to stumble a little bit as you see these 2 humanoid things that, like you've seen before, start to run towards you. They kind of tumble to the ground, but immediately kind of pick themselves up. You can definitely tell that they're hurt a little bit, but they are still coming. So that was your slow action. Are you using your fast action too?
And then I'm imagining fast action as soon as that, not even before the boom, as soon as that leaves the thunk, I am dashing forward. Because I just want to try and make a hole, disorient them, and punch through to the door.
All right, so just so everybody can kind of keep track of this, so I don't forget.
We're gonna die.
You were all 3 runs away from the door. All right, so now Silva and Logan, you are 2 runs away from the door. And remember, you can spend both your actions to move to zones, essentially. This takes us to the first creature. It runs toward you all. Let's see here. There's 5, 6, there's actually 7 of you. Spears, one of them comes up running towards you. It gets right into engaged range with you, so it hasn't done anything yet. It had to use both of its actions. The second one does that as well. Excuse me. It's this one though. It comes right at Chaplin. But the same thing happens, Chaplin. It moves. It's right into engaged range with all of you. This takes us to Iona. What would you like Iona to do?
Shoot and run.
All right.
Stay behind and take them all out.
My backup. No.
Somebody want to roll for Iona? Who wants to roll for Iona?
Yeah, I'll do it. What's her?
I just use the same range combat that you have. She's got a pulse rifle.
All right. Same amount of stress. What's stress? How much stress? Same amount of stress.
What's your stress at?
3.
All right, so 3.
Okay, makes sense. Just 1.
1 success.
Oh wait, we get an extra for the pulse rifle, right? I forgot that. 2 now.
All right,
2
so
now.
two successes, and pulse rifles do 2 damage, correct?
2 damage. Yeah.
All
so
right.
Let's bump it. Yeah.
All right, so she aims at the one that was coming at Spears. The pulse rifle goes off. You hear the classic rat-a-tat or whatever of the pulse rifle hits the creature right as it's coming up to Spears. You see this black oily blood kind of go all over the place, but it's still up and going. This takes us to Chaplin.
Okay. Since I'm near spears, and you said one's coming after
one
me
in
as
engage
well.
range with you too.
I'm going to fire at the one. I'm going to aim and fire at the one going for spears, aiming at its head, since that seems to be the most effective way of killing it. I'm not going to worry about the one that's after me. Okay. Nothing.
Okay. Unfortunately, your shot just goes wild. The thing in front of you that's in engage range with you is just kind of like right in front of you. You can't get a clear shot at the one going after spears. That you still have that was your slow action. You still have a fast action. If you'd like, actually, you know what? I will even let you, if you want to roll 2 more dice, if you want to use your fast action to aim.
I did say aim. So.
Oh, okay.
Did you use the 2 extra command dice I gave you?
I forgot all about that.
Okay.
Oh, 2 6s.
Oh, all right. So that's 2 successes. So pistols do how many damage?
Pistols do 1. They do 1.
All right. So that's 2 damage at the one that is in front of spears. With that, it doesn't kill it, but there is like all this oily blood just seeping out of it. This takes us to the third one that is coming at you. There are 3 total. This one is going to go after. This one's going to go after Eckford. It starts running. It gets right into engaged range with Eckford. Eckford, and that takes us to Eckford's turn. Eckford is going to, she's just going to keep running. And so in order to do that, she actually has to make a mobility roll to get away from the thing in engaged range with her. Do you want me to roll it, or do you all want to roll it?
You roll it.
You do it.
She's a bit antagonistic anyway.
All right, so she got 1 success, and the creature actually got 2 successes, so she's not able to get away from it, and so that means it gets a free attack on her, and it basically leaps onto her like a gorilla. You can see that she kind of tries to pull away from it, and the thing just jumps onto her. 4, 5, 8. And she takes 3 damage and gets knocked to the ground as the thing just starts to pummel onto her head and chest with its fist, geez, man, this thing is... It gets to do a free second attack to her. So she is not, the thing just starts pummeling on her. You can see that her hazmat suit is just starting to rip as this thing is tearing at it. You can see that she's all bloody and beaten, but she's still up for the moment. And this takes us to, let's see here, Spears, I think. You haven't gone yet?
No.
All right.
But I will. By going full auto into this thing right in front of me.
All right, go ahead.
Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with the mobility that I have.
Okay, take a stress and go ahead and roll.
All right, and this is going to be a +3 because I'm a pulse rifle specialist. That is 2 successes, but I'm going to push it.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to re-roll the successes.
Oh, okay, nice.
So if you push, you can roll everything but the successes if you'd like.
Sounds good. Reroll 9.
And I believe if you're going full auto, we also all get a little stress, right?
No,
it's just me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 total.
4 total successes?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So that means that you do pulse rifle, so that's 5 damage. Going into the one right in front of you, the thing just explodes. into little bits and pieces. Because you're also going full auto, you can also apply that damage to the one that is just pummeling on Eckfurt.
Yeah, I'll save Eckfurt. I guess.
You just lay into that, mowing it across. It just, you see all of this, blood just explode out onto Eckfurt as its thing is pummeling on her, and it looks up at you as it is just like barely, standing still. With that, it goes to its turn.
Can I use my fast to get out of there?
Yeah, you can actually. So
Okay.
you move one closer.
Yep.
So
I've done all I can.
It jumps up. That's its one fast action, and then it moves towards Spears since you were the one who shot at it. So you moved to the short, so it's in short range of you right now.
It's on my tail.
So this takes us to the all right. So one is dead. Sorry. That one went. So Mason.
I said I was by Eckford, so I'm probably a little bit splattered with her blood. And this is an important question. What was the key card made out of?
It's like a plastic, like a hardened plastic key card.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Electronics inside of like a chip.
Okay. She couldn't have the premium VIP titanium key card.
Yeah, right.
Tungsten, maybe.
Mason's gonna grab her and hoist her, and then try and run if that's an option.
Yeah, you're a Marine, so you can. It takes one turn to grab her, and then one to move one closer to the doors, and then that should take us to the top of the order. Then back to Silva, unless somebody wants to change their initiative. All right, then Silva.
All right.
If someone could shoot the one that's chasing me, that'd be appreciated.
Yeah, no.
I got you, fam.
I'm right there.
Running but barking orders. I'm not the best shot in this group. I think I'm better served helping you guys do your thing.
Then do you mind if I switch and run forward twice?
Yeah. No, please do. Absolutely.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So I will take Silva's order and just run twice. Just book it to the North Bastion.
Okay, so this takes you to the doors.
Yep.
You get to the doors. The doors are not locked; they are opened up, or they're closed, but you can open them up. And that's kind of your turn. The inside is dark. So Silva, you switched with.
I switched with
right?
Spears. Yeah.
I was 7, so.
Yeah, Silva Spears. Okay, Logan.
Okay. As I see Spears just absolutely book it between Captain Silva and I am going to turn on my heel and blast into the thing that was running up behind him and hopefully take it out for a slow action. And I just want to make sure I have all my dice. I think so. Yeah. That is what I like to see. I don't even care. I got panic die. Fuck that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes and 2 panics.
Okay, so go ahead and roll panic.
Okay. Oh my God, man. Nerves of Steel is an insane talent because that just went back down to a 6.
All right, so you keep it together. You do unleash all of your the rest of your clip onto the thing that was trailing Spears. The thing just gets completely blown away. Whatever was left of it, you kind of mow down its legs and it falls down, and you continue going into the rest of it as it just is a pulverized mess on the ground now. But you did empty your clip, and so you will need to spend a slow action to reload if it's during the combat. But you still have your fast action if you want to move forward then.
Yeah, I think I'm going to spend because I assume that's an insane amount of successes. I'm going to spend one of those successes to do a cool ass stunt. So basically, I'm going to do my fast action to run and then kind of do that skid and whip around and then just take it out and then get ready to run for my next one. But I'm out.
You know what? If you want to, I will say you can also use one of those successes to kind of like as you're running, doing that stunt, you kind of whip out a clip and just like throw it in. So you automatically reload.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Right. Yes.
So this takes us to Chaplin.
Right. Seeing what Mason was going to attempt, I realized that we were thinking about the same thing. So I'm going to run up to Eckford with the pretense of, "Oh, are you wounded?"
Well, Mason's carrying her.
Yeah, I got her.
Okay.
It's all right. Well, we could deal with it in a second, but yeah.
Well, then I help you. But as I help you, I'm going to reach through one of the holes in her suit and get her card and then pass it to the captain who's right behind me. And I'll use a story point to make that automatic success.
Well, are you trying to do it so that she doesn't know, or are you just reaching in and grabbing it?
Well, I'm doing it so that she thinks that I'm making sure she's not wounded. I am, after all, a medic.
Okay.
But
then, so if you're trying to do that, then it's going to be a manipulation roll. But I will give you 2 bonus dice for that if you want.
But can I use a story point to make it automatic?
If you want. If you want to use a story point,
I will.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, you're able to do that. That's your kind of slow action to reach in. You saw where she had put it before, so you're able to kind of do this like sleight of hand trick or whatever to reach in, grab it, and then pass it over to Silva.
Yeah, pass it over to Silva.
All right.
That way, if Eckford dies or gets infected, we can not worry about her.
Okay. And then you still have a fast action if you want to move closer.
I'm running, yeah.
Okay. All right, this Chaplain. So this takes us to the last creature that's still running at you. It is going towards Silva. It runs, kind of jumps up and gets into engaged range with you, but it takes all of its turns to get to that. And then that takes us to Silva.
All right. Yeah, we're going to open fire on this damn thing. So I can do, what was it, full auto on it, right?
Yeah, you gain a stress.
Yep. And how many extra dice do I get for doing that?
2 base.
2 extra dice.
Right. Are you for real? No, I got 1 success. Just 1. Man.
Push it.
All right.
Push it.
You can push if you want.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
I assume you're going to leave this success.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
No gambling.
1, 2, 3 extra successes. So that's 4 successes, but I did get a 1 on the panic die. So let's see how that shakes out for me. No, not great. 9.
That's okay. So you still okay. So you still succeed with shooting. The thing is right in front of you. You just kind of let loose with your pulse rifle. You had 4 successes total, using all of them for. So you can use. We normally don't get into this because we've normally been using the extra successes for damage. However, you are allowed to, I believe, use one of those successes to push the thing back away from you if you would like.
I would like to do that, yeah.
All right,
I'll use 1 to push it and then the 3 extra just to do more damage. Does that work?
The 3 successes. So you had 3. Yeah. You had 4 successes. 1 will push it back, 1 for the base damage, and then 2 extra for damage.
Got it. Yeah.
All right.
That's
so
right.
That's
all right. There we go.
So you push it back away from you. It kind of stumbles back as the pulse rifle just explodes into it. You can see like bits and pieces of it flying all over the place. However, you do drop the key card in the process. That also takes us to its turn because it gets to go twice. It very quickly recovers moves one more to go back into engaged range with you. We just did that. Okay. It grabs you. As it grabs you, it actually grabs you by the head with the of your hazmat suit, and starts to try to yank it off. Make a close combat roll.
Oh no. Okay.
You want to use that story point?
Fucking
story point. Yes, story point. Thank you. Story point.
It grabs your hazmat suit, the mask of your hazmat suit, starts to pull it. You whip up with your arms, somehow gaining the strength to knock it back, probably from the gun blast before it's weakened. But as it does, you knock its hands off. But as it does, it lets loose this black goo vomit that goes directly on your face, where if the hazmat suit had still not been on there, it would not have been good for you. This takes us to Mason.
Mason is just double running to get to that door.
So that will take you to the door as well. That takes us back to the top of the order with Spears. You're at the door. You can either go in or, what would you like to do?
I can't let I gotta make sure the captain gets safe. So I'm gonna take a kneeling position, take aim, and fire one shot because I know that full auto would not suffice here. So taking aim is an additional +2, yeah? And
yes. Sorry.
Die. Oh, okay. I will push it because I only have 2 successes. So it's a lot of rolls. Okay, so I did get 2 more successes, but I do take some stress.
You mean you
yeah, I triggered the stress. Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll panic. All right. Okay. Roll panic.
Probably 7.
Okay, so you stand up or you kneel down, take aim. It starts to twitch as you do, and the first couple bullets from your pulse rifle kind of go wild. You and everybody else gains a stress point because of this. However, you're able to center yourself and
one good shot. That's all I need.
Aim at the thing as it's like spewing this black goo vomit all over the captain, and you hit it right in its head. So it's opened its mouth, this stuff is coming out, and the bullets from your pulse rifle just blow the back of its head off as it falls to the ground. With that, excuse me, everybody is at the door to the North Bastion. You jump into the North Bastion, getting into the doors, shutting the. Do you shut the doors behind you?
Can I get the key card?
Key card.
Can I get the key card?
Yes, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'm scooping up that damn key card,
No
and
time.
then yes, we can shut the door behind us.
So the entrance kind of takes you into. There are actually 2 entrances to the North Bastion. There's a west lobby and the east lobby. Which one do you want to go in? I'm going to let you choose. It really doesn't matter. Do you have a preference?
No.
Okay, so you're in the west lobby. As you enter in the west lobby, it's very dark in here. The doors get shut behind you. Are you going to seal the doors?
Yes, I'm going to tell Spears to seal the door, and I'm going to use a motion tracker while he's doing it to see if anything's moving in here.
All right, and I'll seal it up with the cutter I still have.
Yeah.
Has probably a weld function.
No success or no successes on battery, so still good.
Okay, as Spears is sealing the door, the light from his arc lighter or whatever it is, it kind of helps illuminate a little bit, and as you all kind of your eyes adjust to the darkness in this lobby, you see that the area is covered in this metallic looking biological secretions all over. Logan, the motion detector starts pinging off on movement along the walls, and you quickly realize that the things that are moving, they're not moving around the walls. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you realize that cocooned along the walls are several Marines, still alive, but just barely. And that is where we will end it for tonight.
Excellent episode.
Incredible.
Our players included Holly Buto, Nathan Decker, Dr. Lex Hurley, Alex Sun, and myself, with Tyler Hudak as the game AI. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit the Patreon link in the description, or if you prefer, you can hit the Super Thanks button just below the video. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the alien role-playing universe. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.